Brendon Burchard is a 3-time New York Times bestselling author and a high-performance coach who has trained over 1.5 million people worldwide. He went from struggling with depression and surviving a serious car accident to becoming the world's highest paid motivation and marketing trainer. And today we're going to learn his best advice on how you can make more conscious decisions. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Entspresso to help you believe in yourself more and start your day with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Over to you, Brendon Burchard.
Your life doesn't end up an accident. Your life is a series of actions that you initiate or don't initiate. And that your thoughts are going to control that roadmap. And so how are you using your mind today to either make yourself feel great or not? I posted on Instagram this morning. I said, listen, your destiny is ultimately controlled by a decision you already made this morning. Everyone watching this already made a decision this morning. This morning, they made it a life-changing, huge decision this morning. And that is either I'm going to get up, enter the world with no intention, go through the motions to hopefully get by or survive, or I am going to get clear in this morning about what I want, what I'm going after, who I'm going to be, how I'm going to serve, and whether or not I'm going to be excellent and extraordinary or not. And the problem is most people never make that conscious decision. So I was learning early on, make the conscious decision about who you want to be each day. Stay congruent with that. And that was, for me, a kid who was just going through the motions, all of a sudden going, oh, who do I want to be? What do I want my relationships to be like? That was really important. And then I started setting personal challenges every month. At the beginning of each month, I do this whole thing where I holistically evaluate my life on the first of every month. And it's like these 10 different categories of my life, from emotional to relational to financial to career, mission, objectives, all these things. I go down that on the first of the month, just kind of a holistic viewpoint of my life. And then I set a personal challenge and a professional challenge. And I do that every month. Every Sunday, I revisit my progress. Every Sunday for 23 years. So it's not like I'm just, one day ended up in a happy life. It was like that a level of self-evaluation that most people avoid until their birthday or New Year's. I do it every Sunday and every first of the month, and I don't ever miss. And I think that has helped me kind of know what my thing is.
Living a conscious life starts with you knowing your who, your one word, most important core value. If you feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions and everybody has an agenda for what you should be doing with your time and you don't know what to do, it's because you don't know what your who is or you're not living it. Your who is your compass for all your decisions. And once you find it, it will serve you for the rest of your life. So my who is believe. My one word, my most important core value is believe. There it is, it's on the back of my hoodie. It's in everything that I do. Everything, it's the compass, it's the roadmap for everything that I do, for the videos that I make. All the videos on my channel are positive, are optimistic, are encouraging, trying to spread more belief. It's actually a lot easier to spread negativity. If I made negative videos, top 10 rules why this person sucks, top 10, biggest fights or biggest insults that this person ever dealt with, those videos would blow up. We'd much rather be entertained and look at how crappy somebody else's life is and poke fun at them than actually trying to make our own life better. I just feel gross if I did that. I don't want to do that. I want to spread belief. I want to spread positivity. And having that clarity makes it easier to make decisions. When I look at making this office, right? It's like, well, what's going to be belief for me? I want to walk into this room and I feel belief. And so the people who I pick, from some jobs to Giannini, to my parents, Schultz, Kanye, to having my books here, to the Doritos bag down there. No, they don't sponsor my videos. To the awards, to the Guan Yu. Oh, wait, right. It's backwards and looking in the mirror. The Guan Yu statue down there, and the mannequin there. The mannequin came because I was watching Green Arrow with my wife, and when they're in their lair, they take off their outfits and put it on the mannequin. I thought, that's really cool. I'm a superhero. I've said for years that I feel like Batman putting this on. This is my costume to go and do superhero work. And so I wanted to have my own mannequin behind, and that thing's actually taller than me, right? Look, I got my shorts on. Look at this thing, huh? It's taller than me. This thing is taller than me. You want to say hi, Justina? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You want to say hi, Justina? There she is. Cute dog. Okay, go. This is believe to me. And you might see that superhero stuff and say, well, that's cheesy, that's stupid. Great, I don't care. It works for me. I'm not telling you need to do it. I'm saying you need to figure out what your one word is, what your who is, what your most important core value is, and then start to use that as the compass for your life. That the next decision that you make, should I start a YouTube channel? Should I write a book? Should I start that business? Should I move to that country? Should I ask this person out? Should I? Instead of asking other people, what do you think? Stop doing that. Ask yourself. You ask other people because you don't have the clarity. The clarity comes from knowing yourself, knowing your who, knowing your one word, knowing your most important core value that then creates all the decisions for the rest of your life with clarity. So how do you do it? How do you find that clarity? I've got a 3-step process that I think will help. But first, a special message from Brendon Burchard.
Listen, humans are built to serve. Some people are built to serve the world. Others want to serve the 25 people closest to them. But in either case, humans are built to serve. So if you're not happy right now, it's because you're not serving enough. You got to pick up this book because it's so inspiring to remind you that we're all here to contribute, to make a difference, to make an impact, and this is your field guide for that.
All right, let's do it. Let's figure out your who. Let's figure out your most important core value so you get the clarity that you need to build the business and life that you want. Let's go. Step number 1 is asking the 5 essential questions. So it's actually in my book, Built to Serve. You get a free preview here. If I go to page 20 here, the 5 right there. Oops, no, right there. It's always backwards. 5 essential questions, okay? This is what you need to ask yourself. 1, who was your favorite teacher growing up and why? And if you need to pause this, great. Just figure this out. Who was your favorite teacher growing up and why? 2, what is your favorite movie of all time and why? 3, what do you love most about how your parents raised you? 4, what successful person do you look up to and why? And then 5, what lessons do you want your kids to have? And whether you have kids right now or you want to have kids or just make up kids, if you don't want to have kids, what's the message you want to give to future generations? Those are the 5 essential questions that I want you to do. Step number 2 is we're going to write 3 descriptive keywords for each answer. So if you said your favorite teacher growing up was Mrs. Jones, amazing. Why? Why? Write 3 descriptive keywords. Well, because she believed in me, because she was funny, because she gave me courage. Like whatever the 3 things are, do that for all 5 of those questions. So you have those 5 questions, and then you have 3 words for each. So you should have 15 words by the end of this exercise. And if you didn't follow all of that, pause, rewind the video. You can pick up the book, but pause. This is really helpful. This exercise is life-changing if you actually just apply it, and it takes 3 minutes to go and do. The 3rd step is circle the most repeated words. So people often ask, well, what does my teacher have to do with how my parents raised me, with what my favorite movie is of all time, or the message that I want to give to my kid? What do they have in common with what I want to build for my life? It's everything. The things that you loved, the things that made you come alive, the things that you loved in other people. There's connective tissue. When you write the 3 descriptive keywords for each one and then you circle the most common one, that through line is what you love in life, of what you want more of in life. And now instead of randomly hoping that new things happen to you, you can plan for it. So if I look at, for me, my favorite teacher was Madame Farr, who taught me French. And I don't use French. I can barely get by in French now. But she really taught me to believe in myself. She helped me figure out that my own standards were higher than anybody around me, and I went from being a B and C student to straight 90s in my last year of high school, in great part thanks to Madame Farr. She believed in me. What did I love most about how my parents raised me? They also believed in me, right? That's why they're behind me on the wall here, right? It's me when I'm 8 or 9, and my parents. They told me I'm ever Shirley Carmichael, do anything that I believe that I can. My favorite movie of all time is Seabiscuit, which is about this horse that's too small and a jockey that's too big and an owner that has no money, and like nobody would believe in, and they all found each other and won a bunch of races and lifted a nation. And if I had to come up with multiple words, you could for each one, but believe was the through line for all of it. And that's great. History lesson, awesome. Go back down memory lane, but that serves you going forward. Knowing that I'm about believe puts a magnifying glass down my life. The relationships I have, do they make me believe in myself more? My environment, does it make me believe in myself more? My work activities and what I'm creating, does it make me believe in myself more? Does it make others believe in themselves more? Yes, great, keep going. No, fix it. If you're unhappy in life, it's because you're living too much of your life incongruently with your most important core value. Anytime I'm unhappy, it's because I'm living a non-believe life. I'm around people who are against belief, who are toxic and haters and just trying to bring people down, right? I'm in that environment too much. If I'm not happy, it's because I'm not in a believe environment enough. Great. That's amazing awareness to build a better life for myself going forward. And I constantly use that as my compass and roadmap for life. You can too. Follow those 3 steps, pause the video, go back, rewind it again. It's a life-changing exercise, or you can pick up the book too. It'll really help you set the course for the rest of your life. Now I've got a really special bonus script that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know, what is your who? What is your one word, most important core value? If you figured it out, I wanna know the answer, put it down below. If you're circling on a couple, awesome. With time, that becomes more and more clear and apparent. Let me know your options. Put it down in the comment below. And if you're still here watching this video and you commit to taking action, we don't just watch videos here. We stop just watching videos. You watch a video for a reason, to then act, to do something. The difference between where you are now and where you will be is how much action you're taking. If that's you, you're committed to take action today. Good morning. We're gonna do something today. I wanna celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments below.
Do you know Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich wrote an entire chapter on decision? Most people never make decisions. They have a difficult time with it. Why is that? I think they have a difficult time because their parents made decisions for them until they were too old. And they never learned how to make them. Do you know, the one thing that I did with my kids, I never made a decision for them. They didn't like it. They'd say, come on, don't do that to me. And I said, no, what do you think you should do? And I'd leave it at that. Decision making is a phenomenal concept. And you're going to find out, as he points out in here, that successful people make decisions very fast and they change them very slow, if and when they change them at all. And he said the people that have difficulty in life make their decisions very slow and then change them fast and often. And you know, decision making is a funny thing. You and I think on frequencies. If we could see a bunch of lines and we're thinking on a frequency, and we're on this frequency here, and we say, I'm going to do that when this changes. This is never going to change until you get up on this frequency. See, the good that you're after is on a higher frequency than you're operating on, a greater awareness. And if you're down here and you're thinking here on this frequency, and the good you want up here, you got to get your mind up there. How do you get up there? Make the decision, be there. And that's really what you have to do. The second you make a decision, you flip your brain onto a different frequency. And you start to attract things to you that you'd never get without making the decision.
If you want to see how Brendon Burchard schedules his day, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.